In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this cute strawberry drawing using Adobe Illustrator. The original idea came from the Toots Plus website, and it was made by this artist named Ivan Petrosevsky. So in Illustrator, the first thing that you need to do is create a new document. So go to File, New, and there are multiple choices across the top. I chose Web and the minimum, and I will call this Strawberry and put my name on it, and then click Create. So the first thing that I'm going to do is draw the shape of the strawberry. I'm going to go over here to the toolbox and click and hold on the rectangle tool and change it to the ellipse tool. Next, I'm going to choose colors. So I'm going to bring the stroke forward, which is currently black, and I'm going to change it to none. Then I'm going to bring the fill forward, which is currently white, and I will change that to a nice red color. So over here, I will open up my swatches panel, and I like to have lots of color options, so I will click this side menu and go to Open Swatch Library, Color Books, and choose Pantone Solid Coated. So I have this beautiful palette of lots and lots of colors available, and I like to see a lot of the colors at once, so I generally stretch down the bottom. So let's choose a nice rosy red color. How about this one? And I will click and drag an oval shape on here, something kind of like this. Now with the direct selection tool, which is the white arrow, I will click on this anchor point, it's a little square, and hold down Shift and click on this anchor point over here. And then I will simply click and drag to move those up, so it looks more like the shape of a strawberry. I actually think it needs to be a little bit wider too, so I'm going to switch to the selection tool, which is the black arrow, and drag it a little wider. That looks more like a strawberry shape. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is create the leaves and the stem that go on the top. So I'm going to change my fill color to green. So let's go over here, and I will double check to make sure that the strawberry is not selected, because if it is, like this, and I click on green, it will change my strawberry to green, and I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is just click off here in the white area. Let's say this color right here. So I'm going to get the ellipse tool and just drag a little leaf. Click and drag. And I want a little pointy end here, so I'm going to select the direct selection tool and click right on that square anchor point. And I want to convert that from a curve to an angle. And in order to do that, I need to go to the pen tool, click and hold, and get the last option, which is the anchor point tool. And I will simply click that, and now it is a pointy instead of rounded. So selection tool, click that, drag it into place. I'm going to rotate it, and I'll leave it right there for now. Alright, now let's draw another leaf. So this one will be a little bit bigger, and again make it a pointy end, and this time it's going to go here. I want to rotate it, but I want this to kind of curve around the shape of the strawberry a little bit more. So I'm going to use the direct selection tool, the white arrow. I'm going to click this anchor point right here, and I'm going to start manipulating this handle to kind of try to get it to be more like a roundy leaf shape that follows the contour of a strawberry a little bit more. And I think that worked pretty well. Alright, now with the selection tool, which is the black arrow, I'm going to click both leaves. First I'll click one, hold down shift and click the other one so that they're both selected. And I'm going to copy, and at the same time I'm going to flip them. So I will go to Object, Transform, Reflect. And because I have Preview on, you can see what will happen is that it will get copied and then flipped. So I will click Copy, and I'll move these over. But I don't want it to be exactly symmetrical on both sides, so I'm going to change it around a little bit. So I think I'm going to move this big one over to the side and rotate it a little bit more. Maybe make it not so thick. And then I'm going to take this little guy, put it right here, rotate a little bit more. There we go, that looks pretty good. So it's not the same on both sides. There's a little bit of variation there. Okay, now I'm going to click the first one, hold down shift, and get the other three so that I have all four of them selected at once. Then I'm going to use the Pathfinder tool to convert them from four separate shapes into one shape. So Pathfinder is under the Window menu, and there it is. Here's the panel, and I will choose the first option, which is Unite. And there I have my one top instead of four. Alright, the next thing that I'm going to do is create the face. So none of my pieces are selected, so it's safe to go over here and choose a nice black color. And I will use the ellipse tool and hold down shift while I draw to make a little eye. And I can get the selection tool, hold down Alt and drag off a copy. Let's see, something kind of like that. Looks pretty good. Now I will make the mouth. So again, with the ellipse tool, I will hold down shift to constrain it to a circle, and then I'll draw another circle above it about the same size. And I'm just going to change it to a random color so that when I overlap them, I can see the difference between them. So with the selection tool, I'm going to overlap them. And I'm trying to get this curvy shape right here so it looks like a little smile, a little mouth. That looks pretty good. So now I will take the selection tool and draw a box around both of them so that they're both selected at the same time. And with the Pathfinder panel, it's still open from when I used it before. So I'll select minus front, which will remove the red part. I'll move this into place and resize it a little bit. And the other thing that I need to do is put on my dots, because strawberries have little dots which are actually seeds on the outside. So let's see. I think I'll do that maybe this deep pink color. And I will use the ellipse tool, hold down shift to constrain it, and I'll just start drawing some dots on here and there. And I think it's okay if the size varies a little bit. Oh, that's too big, so Control Z to undo. And I'll try that again. So I am holding down shift to constrain these to be circles instead of ovals. So I'll just kind of scatter these around one here in a little random pattern. And I just realized that I forgot the stem. So let me go back and make the stem. So I will use the ellipse tool, and I'll get the eyedropper, eyedropper, here it is, and I'll click this so I can get the exact same color green. And get the ellipse tool again, and I'll draw just a little oval up here to be the stem. And then I'll use the direct selection tool to manipulate this. Let's see. So it looks, I'm going to enlarge this a little bit, so Control plus 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 so I can see what I'm doing. It's awfully small. So let's see, I'll click on the anchor point, and grab the little handles to make it look a little bit more stem-like. That looks pretty good. And I'll try to move it into the center. Control minus, minus, minus. Uh-oh, how did I change that dot? Where is the eyedropper? Control Shift A to deselect. Oh, there we go, fixed. Alright, so I do want to make sure that this stem is part of the other green parts. So I'll click the stem, hold down Shift and click the leaves, and use the Pathfinder panel again to unite that so it's all one shape. And my strawberry is finished. So now I will go to File, Save, make sure that my name's on it, make sure I'm in the proper drive, and click Save. And I'm going to leave the defaults as they are and click OK. And it's finished. Go ahead and use the snipping tool to make a screen capture of that and put it in your portfolio. That's all for now.